Hey there, wanted to do a demo of a tool I've been working on called Prompt2Chart, which leverages LLMs to help users create charts and visualize and work with different data sets. So let's go in, we'll make a new project. I have some data around Titanic passengers and how much fare they paid, whether they were male or female, if they survived or not. So we can load that in and we'll see, the data set schema here. We can see some, preview of the actual data, make sure everything loaded in correct. And then if we hop over to charts, we'll see this actually supports D3.js as well as Vega Lite, two different libraries for helping, work with data and create charts. And as soon as we come in the LLM, we'll actually go and suggest different data visualizations for us. We have a set of prompts here, though. So we'll ask it to make a scatter plot, tell it what's on the x-axis and the y-axis, and tell it to color those points based on their survival status and use different shapes for different genders. So let's hit generate. And again, this is going out and working with the OpenAI APIs and creating a D3.js prompt. If we had gone and selected Vega Lite, it would generate a Vega Lite uh, chart instead. And so, they have different supported chart types and things like that. So you can kind of pick and choose what works best for you. Perfect. So that generated here. We can see that. And also notice we have access to this analyst over here on the right. So he's going to give us some, insights into the chart, insights into the whole data set. If we want to have him expand on these, we can click this explain button. And then he's also going to give us some suggestions. So we'll actually use this one next. Let's say, we can actually zoom in. All this data down here is kind of muddied up. So let's go ahead and add zoom and pan. And while that's generating, also note that I can ask the analyst. So we can have, a conversation, ask them to, provide different insights or help explain the data, or even create, more prompts to go add new features to the chart. So that finished, and now you can see we can easily, zoom in, pan around, and see all of our data here. So let's keep going. Let's actually add some filters so we can pick, do we want to see just people from a certain class or just certain genders, and we can kind of easily, filter our data here. Also note we have this chart history, which keeps a hierarchy of any charts that we create. So we can easily go back to, a different chart if it doesn't do what we want, or, we misprompted it or anything like that. Excellent. So see, we can still zoom in and pan around our data like we could before, but now we can say, oh, let's just look at the men. Let's just look at the women. And again, we can toggle on different classes as well. So let's add a little bit more uh, interactivity here, and we'll actually say, let's resize each point based on the passenger class. So higher classes have larger dots, and we also want to add some animation when the chart loads, just so it's a little more interesting to look at. Perfect. So we can see all our filters are still there. We can still zoom in, pan around, but we now do have those different sizes. Perfect. So once I have my chart ready to go here, we can export. I can export this to an image if I want to. Obviously, that won't keep the filters ability in place since it's just a static image. I can also, though, just go copy the code or download an HTML file that'll easily, I can click and pop up and show this chart with all its interactivity. And then I can also, if I want to maybe tweak the chart a little more, I want to get into the code, I can easily just send this over to CodePen, and we can see, we have all our code here, and we can easily go tweak that however we want. So that's just a little quick demo of Prompt2Chart. Thanks for taking a look.